to my channel. This is Dave Sports Convo. Please like, share, and subscribe. And most of all, enjoy the video.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to episode 9 of my podcast. So excited for you all to watch this as I break down how I feel about the Arizona Cardinals going into the new year, especially after this amazing draft that they pulled in with 12 new drafted players. Huge haul of players coming in to revitalize that roster. Kyle Murray's coming back. Woo, a lot of high hopes for them. Could they be a playoff team? We'll see, or should the stakes be higher? I don't know. See what happens. I think they could be a wild card team. I don't see them winning the division. That's the Niners to lose until it's proven otherwise. But the Cardinals can make some noise. I think a lot of teams aren't built to actually beat them. Don't match up well against them, especially with Kyle Murray being the dual threat quarterback that he is. And hopefully he can actually continue on doing that. I believe he can. But overall, let's break this down. All right. In the first round of the draft at pick 4, Arizona Cardinals picked Marvin Harrison Jr. out of Ohio State. Huge pick. Steal of the draft. He could have went number 1 in terms of non-quarterback top overall player. That's him. It's hard for me to admit that as a Michigan fan, but based on what everyone was saying prior to the draft, that's what his grade was. Now, for Kyle Murray, that's huge. They just lost Orlando Brown, who's a great receiver. I only had him for the 1-year tryout. So now I have Marvin Harrison locked in. Oof, that's going to be great for Kyle Murray. That is a stud and someone you can count on. And we'll see how their chemistry develops in the OTAs. I hope you're all keeping up with that because there's so much more OTA content than ever before being released by each individual NFL team. So, moving on, though. Great pass catcher. And later on, they add another receiver to the room to help with him. But they got Greg Dortch, Rondale Moore, Marvin Harrison. I mean, that's even a lesser later. That's really good. That's really nice. Darius Robinson, D lineman at Missouri, at pick 27. So they had 2 first-round picks. They ended up selecting with Darius Robinson and Marvin Harrison. Darius Robinson, Detroit native, huge, versatile D lineman. Plays with violence more than any other player I've seen in a while. I wouldn't want to match up against him. Cardinals definitely need help on the D-line, interior, and on edge. Hopefully he can help fill at least one of those. They still need more to add to that rotation. But overall, great drafted pick. I wanted the Lions to pick him, but it's okay. That's the thing. Cardinals got him. It's a great fit, and he'll have an opportunity. They're going to have him start right away. I bet a lot of money on that. No. Round 2, Max Milton, cornerback out of Rutgers at pick 43. Really talented guy. He was picked before the Lions picked Ennis Reckershaw. A lot of people thought the Lions were going to get Max Milton. I did not think that at all. But Max Milton is a very talented player, especially coming out of the Big Ten. A lot of people don't keep up Rutgers, but Rutgers does put out some great defensive back talent over the years. And, I think this is a nice little plug-and play. We'll see. They added 2 other cornerbacks later in the draft that I'll go over. But they definitely are trying to improve that room dramatically. It's probably one of the weakest positions they have in their entire team, other than the O-line. So we'll see what happens. Max Milton, let's go. Now, round 3, they had 4 players drafted in round 3. They were busy. All right, now for the first one, Trey Benson, running back out of Florida State. Wow, man. Great player. Probably one of the best running backs. Even though everyone was saying Jonathan Brooks, I was thinking Trey Benson is, and it's hard for me to say over Blake Corum. Blake Corum is a stud. But Trey Benson is fantastic. If you watch his highlights for Oregon and then the transfer to Florida State, carrying the team, especially with the quarterback going down, Travis Scott, at pick 66, steal. Should have been higher draft. But then the NFL is trying running back, so now they're going to get drafted lower and lower every year, which is crazy. He's a top running back. He's going to be a great pairing with James Conner. I think the run game for the Cardinals is going to improve significantly. They're probably going to be a top 5 rushing offense, in my opinion, especially if they do a great RPO system with Kyle Murray, which they should be able to do. And yeah, look out for that run game. And they're trying to improve the pass game. So on all fronts of the offense, they definitely addressed a lot of problems. Now, Isaiah Adams, guard of Illinois, pick 71. Usually, the Illinois players you want are defensive players, but hey, they got some players, you know. And Isaiah Adams, hopefully that's a great depth piece to add on. A lot of competition to go around for the interior O line spot. Today, there's no, like, in my opinion, like someone that has to keep their spot in the starting O line for that team, other than who they drafted last year from Ohio State in the first round. Did that trade with the Lions. So, great pick. Add on to the depth. Moving on. Now, Tip Raymond, tight end out of Illinois. So they went back to back Illinois. They'll have familiarity with these two guys. They're lucky for them. Tip Raymond, I don't know too much about him. Overall, I just know he had some speed on him. And hopefully the blocking's great. I assume so. But, great piece to add, especially they've been, they haven't had Zach Ertz for a while. They got Trey McBride, who's a fantastic stud. So that's the thing. They're just adding a nice little depth piece there. Elijah Jones, cornerback out of Boston College, pick 90. That's the thing. Add another corner to the room. They're kind of like it's like a lottery ticket how they explain draft picks are. They're just trying to add more, see what happens, add some competition into that room, see what comes out of it. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to add to that room that definitely needs a lot of help. And overall, we'll see how he does. I don't really like the Boston College's conferences they're in. Overall, I think they don't play as top as well as the Big Ten compared to Max Milton. So we'll see how that works out. Now, moving on to round 4, we got. I can't pronounce his name, but I'm gonna try my best. Durarian Taylor Dermerson, safety, Texas Tech at pick 104. Huge. We all know Buda Baker. It's on the shaky rocks. We'll see how that works. I mean, of course, Cardinals fans want to keep him. He is the top defensive player on their team. Been a staple for them for years, and is amazing. But apparently he wants out. They're not really, they're letting him talk more freely, which I saw on the ArizonaCardinals.com. They wrote an article about that he can be more expressive. But when trade deadline comes around, you're definitely going to see his name on there and see what happens, unless they're competing for a championship, which it's a long stretch, but they might be competing for playoffs and have a winning record, and they'll probably keep him around. We'll see how that goes. But, hey, add a safety like that, add for depth just in case if anything happens to Buda Baker. Nice little insurance policy. Now, for round 4, we got Xavier Thomas, linebacker out of Clemson. Oof. Let's go. Pick 138. Let's see what it goes. He's got like a rocket up his butt when he plays. Honestly, he looked better than James Trotter, in my opinion, in terms of college highlights. Even though I really like James Trotter more, especially in my rankings. But hey, let's see. This is round 5 we're talking about. Of course you can find gems in the rough. But overall, we'll see how he produce. I think he's got a good shot. This linebacker core, there's no one really super fantastic that I'm all rooting raving about at the moment. And then we got Christian Jones, offensive tackle out of Texas, pick 162. Key piece for Texas to make it to the playoffs this year. Very nice piece. And again, he's been part of all the great running backs that's been there. He's been a part of their success. So I think that honestly that was a really nice steal and low-key pick that a lot of people are not talking about. But to add back to the O-line, I actually view him better than Isaiah Adams, the guard at Illinois. So you can take that as you will. But, add on. Get some competition. Let's go. Kyle Murray needs help. He needs protection. But you can get away with his protection plans because of his dual threat. But overall, you should still help him out. It's only for his benefit, Round 6, we got Tajon Palmer, wide receiver at UAB. They added another receiver to the room just to see what's up. Because we'll see if they keep Greg Dortch or Rondell Moore after the season. It depends how they produce. But, just add some more depth into the you never know, people go down. And yeah, it was a nice little low key pick. He UAB, he was a stud. He definitely separated himself from the rest of the players in that conference. So we'll see how he does in the NFL. See that transition. Again, I'm always about the SEC and Big Ten are my two that I take to the top. Now round 7, we got Jaden Davis, another cornerback, Miami University. It's all about the U. Pick 226. This was a steal. I thought this guy was gonna go round 5 or even round 4. The cornerbacks, how they value them, every team is kind of interesting. But Jaden Davis, we'll see what's up. Add another low key player to the quarterback room to try to see what's up. I think he could emerge though. I actually like him better as a pick than Elijah Jones out of Boston, but I could be wrong. We'll see how the season goes on. But yeah, Jaden Davis, let's go. So yeah, this is the whole draft recap for the Arizona Cardinals. They drafted 12 total players, looking really good. I think they can do a wild card run, adding all these key pieces. And yeah, we'll see what happens. It's all on Kyle Murray, and that's the thing to say about any team. It's all on the quarterback. But honestly, like in terms of evaluation, we all don't know what's about to happen. So yeah, let's go Cardinals. And I love those new uniforms. I love every team's doing new uniforms. It's nice. And I don't know if anyone saw the Minnesota Vikings did the all white, just came out yesterday. Check that out. That looks really good. Really good. Hard for me to admit that, but it looks really, really good. So yeah, also I just want to say NBA Finals are going on. You're not gonna see coverage from me. I'm a real big diehard Miami Heat fan and Pistons fan. I know it's a conundrum, but that's how it is based on where I've spent most of my time in life here. Dallas and Celtics is like the worst scenario for a Miami Heat fan. Literally, like in terms of a West team and an East team making it to the finals, like not rooting for anyone. It's hard to watch. It's so hard. But Boston won. Game 1, Kristaps Porzingis went off. Like it seemed like Dallas was not prepared for him and didn't think he was going to play. End up playing, end up balling out. It was like a secret weapon. But now I bet I think Dallas will win game 2. That's my prediction. Going forward, we'll see what happens. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in to my episode 9 of my podcast. Tune in next week. I'm going to break down the Atlanta Falcons. Michael Penix Jr., baby. Look out, world. He's going to be dank whenever he gets the opportunity. Really good. But yeah, so hope you all have a wonderful day and have a wonderful weekend and enjoy the summer and stay cool, everybody. Have a great one.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I had a great time doing it. Thanks for your time watching, and please don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe. I also have a Instagram account at David Sports Convo. I also have a Twitch stream with David SC, and then I have a Patreon account, David Sports Convo. Check it all out for all of each platform with its own exclusive content, doing everything related to this amazing sports world that we live in. Thank you all again for your time, and have a wonderful day.